So now we've seen context. We will see now, first of all, what are we talking about? What is innovation? And we will see, secondly, what types of innovation. Definition: it's the development of new products or services. It might be a complete new product, but innovation also concerns improvements of existing products and modifications to make it more performant. It might be also a new brand. It might also a brand extension. This innovation is done traditionally by internal resources, and so research and development departments, traditionally also by acquisition, so firms buy know-how, but more and more it is also done by external resources, such as customer ideas, which we call customer co-creation, where the customers are directly co-creating new ideas or new products for the firm. A last point, also the involvement of universities. Not all innovations are really new for the world. It is estimated only 90% of the products are not new to the market. Use of the current technology more effectively in solving customer needs, in improving customer needs. 90% of what is called innovation is not new for the world. So the real revolution, we live sometimes with new products, does not happen all the time. The Big Bang, which were the television, the radio, transistor radio, also the internet. This is happening quite rarely. And most of the time, when we're talking about innovation, it is about improving products or using products better in order to improve the customer needs. And this brings me to two types of innovation: radical innovation and second, incremental innovation. Incremental innovation is continuous improvement of existing products, service, methods, or practices. It's only minor. It's made with existing methods and technologies. Opposed to radical innovation, which is completely new. This means that firms launch totally new products and that a considerable change in technologies and methods. Mostly radical innovation creates completely new markets. And the internet created completely new markets in a lot of domains. In the service sector, but also in the improvement of business processes. So the markets were new and customers were not familiar with the product. Which brings me to the idea of customer education. There's a substantial new technology change relative to what already exists in the technology. Examples are television, transistor radio, the internet, or the telephone. Various incremental innovation is we go from the Apple iPhone 1 to the Apple iPhone 10, 11. It's a continuous improvement of the product. Or when we go from the Golf 1 from Volkswagen to the Golf, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, I don't know which version we are actually. The product is reformulated, the new technologies are integrated, and it is not a technological breakthrough, it is rather an improvement of the quality and of the performance of the product. What is important, these are continuous or incremental innovations. You can distinguish between product and process innovations. So product innovations are clearly new products offering improvements in functional characteristics, more performance, more hard disk drive, higher processor performance, for example, so technical abilities, easier to use with, for example, at the Apple, that you have a face recognition. There might be also relational or social innovations of the use of a telephone. In the beginning of the telephone, it was you have a telephone, you can call your A and you call B, and you had a communication tool. So the functional need was to do a phone communication. Today, most of you use probably the mobile phone much more. If you can record your digital time. Look to the digital time. Probably the percentage of phone calls, pure phone calls, is probably, I don't know, 1%, not more. The rest of the time, it is used for social or relational reasons. That is, you're communicating by SMS, or by text message, or by WhatsApp, or by WeChat, or by LinkedIn, or by Facebook, Messenger, or you're connecting relationships on social media. So the main purpose of a smartphone has changed. It's less voice communication and much more other communication and relationship. It's also for playing games. So there's also a new market, because formerly games were played on PlayStation, such as Nintendo. Today, a lot of games are played on tablet PCs and smartphones. So you have relational innovations, but also social innovations. You have hedonistic innovations, and so all this is included in product innovations. And you have on the other side process innovations, which means that firms use the new technologies in order to better produce goods or services. It's more to improve effectiveness or efficiency of the process, such as production or distribution. So process innovations are typically e-commerce. So the fact that products are now more distributed online, purchased online and sold and distributed online, is typically a process innovation, which means that retailing becomes much more effective than before. Or remote manufacturing plants, so for example Airbus, a typical network firm, can act from Toulouse, where we have the headquarters, and can act all over the world through process innovation, because they can produce in Hamburg, in Sevilla, they can produce in China, in the US, and this is possible due to process innovation, because they have the network, the communication tools that enables them to produce, first of all, less expensive, in order to have labor cost advantages, but also they're near to the customers. And so product innovation as opposed to process innovation. So product innovation means, again, improvement of the product. Service process innovation means that a new technology is integrated in a new process, and in marketing we have a lot of these process innovations. Let's take the example of Gmail, an algorithm of AI, artificial intelligence, it's a learning algorithm, which means that the more you use text processing software of Gmail, the more you will have recommended sentences. For example, if you write "I'm looking," then it will complete forward to "hearing from you." So you have a lot of recommendations, and it's a learning algorithm. Example of marketing process innovation in order to increase ease of use. And artificial intelligence will, in the future, manage the relationships with brands. For example, order for us automatically online products according to the analysis of our stocks, in order to recommend us products we have to order. It will be used also to analyze our customer behavior, our purchase, to do better product recommendation. This is also an example of process innovation. So algorithms or new technologies are integrated to improve the marketing function. Or the IoT is a technology that can be used for a lot of things in logistics to track products, but it can also be used to track customer behavior with a smartwatch or smart bracelet. You can track behaviors, you can track health functions, and this information can then be used to do personalized recommendations, which is the main target of customer relationship management. So, product innovations of one firm may be used as a process innovation by another, and vice versa. A lot of product innovations are used in process innovations, and a lot of process innovations can be used also to improve product, in order, for example, to increase ease of use.